I just know random shit. That's why.
Yeah, and I don't. Welcome to the podcast. We are here.
This is Procrastination Station, the show where you just talk about random crap for a little bit. Now go ahead,
And
Kevin.
you talk over your co-host, asshole.
Who tends to talk over you.
We are here again with the lovely, beautiful, amazing Hope Breen, the owner and the travel blog specialist, or whatever you do. All right, what do you
want to call yourself?
Yeah.
Well,
We were talking about this the other day, weren't we?
On Facebook, it says that I'm the founder and director of #RockTheCityWithHope.
Right, Rock the City with Hope. If you haven't heard of it, check it out. It's amazing. She does. Well, what do you do with that? I don't want to say it. I'll let you say it.
Well, hold on. Just check her out on YouTube. She's got a channel.
Yeah.
She's got Twitter, Instagram, everything. Check her out. She's really dope.
Everything.
But tell them a little bit about the vlog and what you do with it and what you want to do with it.
So the vlog started out, I interned at Visit Rochester, which is the Visitors and Convention Bureau of Rochester, New York, for a year. And when my internship was done, I felt like, this is really corny, but I was like, I want to keep telling people about Rochester and knowing what's going on. And I had wanted to start a YouTube channel for a while. I just wasn't sure what to do it on because I have a jewelry business. And initially I thought that they were going to be fashion videos, but I did a Twitter poll and people were like, we want to hear stuff about Rochester. So that's how it got started. So my first video was at the #1 tourist destination in Rochester, New York.
Which is?
The Monroe Ave Wegmans.
Oh, okay.
In Pittsford.
Oh, yeah!
Nick Booyahs from the kitchen.
So it started from there, and then it's gradually, I'm on episode 18 I just put out this week.
Grinding. I applause to that. Like, there's so many people who started a YouTube channel and, like, don't go 18 episodes in. But to go 18 episodes in and be traveling to different places while you do it is pretty amazing. Yeah, I've checked out. I obviously support Hope all the time, so I look at our thing, even though I haven't watched the last episode. But as soon as this podcast goes off, I'm gonna watch it right in front of you to make you feel awkward watching yourself on camera.
Great.
But yeah, she is. Everybody always complains about what there is to do in Rochester. Everybody thinks it's this dreary city filled with snow, and
I think it's easy to come to that conclusion if you don't look hard enough. It's it's not like there's a ton of like flashy stuff to do, but there's definitely a lot of nooks and crannies that Hope likes to uncover.
Yeah, and especially since we do have like 6 universities near us, like there's so many like new college students coming in every year wanting to know like what's up and what's to do, because holy smokes, like U of R is right there, University of Rochester, then we have RIT, which is like 2 miles away, then we have NAS.
You have NAS, St. John Fisher, MCC.
Yeah.
You have like a ton of schools. Bryan and Stratton.
Continental Beauty.
Why'd
you laugh at that one?
I don't know if you have dorms or people coming from out of state for Continental Beauty. No, like trash in Continental Beauty.
Empire.
I know people who go to Continental Beauty, but like
yeah, me too. Shout out Peyton.
Good for you guys.
Actually, I don't know if she goes there anymore. But yeah, there's a lot of college students still like what you do on your vlog is dope. Which is a segue into where you're gonna start doing your vlog, which is in Virginia.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I recently was accepted to George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia. It's the largest school in Virginia, so I'm about to be a really little fish in a big pond. There's 36,000 students there.
Or like a big ocean.
Basically, yeah. So my vlog is transforming. I'm hoping to keep doing things in Rochester, obviously, because it's called Rock the City with Hope.
Right.
ROC stands for Rochester. But I'm working on making it not only things in Rochester, but things in DC and things in between. People, when I told them I was moving to Fairfax, they were like, oh my God, I love DC. I go there all the time. It's so great to go there for the weekend. So I thought, how cool would that be to bring people from Rochester down to DC, for a weekend trip, and then as people in DC hear about it, they start traveling up to Rochester.
Right.
Are you funding that trip? Because I'd like to go.
Yeah, I also want to go for free.
I mean, I can like provide a place to stay for the weekend. I don't know about gas in your cars.
So you're going down to Virginia, and so Rock the City is going to continue in Virginia for a while. Do you think that will be a common theme, that like Rock the City won't just be a Rochester thing? It'll be like you traveling a bit and then showing a ton of places, and it's not just Rochester?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide as far as branding if I should keep it as Rock the City with Hope.
Yeah, we spoke about this, yeah.
Rock, if you're not from Rochester, could literally just be like rocking around the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Just rocking the city. So it could be translated to other places, or if it was like hashtag rock on with hope, hashtag rock everywhere with hope, and then have that be what it's called, so people in Rochester know that it's not taking place in Rochester. But I'm hoping, that I'll be able to bring it with me, and if I study abroad this summer, do vlogs wherever country I'm in.
Right. Yeah, we talked about this. I like Rock the City, and the more you stick to it with it, the more synonymous it's just going to become with you, and it's marketable for everywhere. Like Rock the City, you could be rocking any city, so I like it.
I have a question, Hope.
Okay.
And this is for all of our Rochester natives. You know, what's your favorite like fun thing that you've discovered, and what's the favorite restaurant that you discovered?
Okay, so my favorite thing to do in Rochester, I haven't done a video here yet, but this is my nerd's gonna show. My favorite place in Rochester is the Susan B. Anthony House. And
shout out to Susan B. Anthony, women's suffrage. Like, let's go.
Shout out to feminism. Yeah. That's definitely my favorite place. I don't go there that often, but it's still my favorite place, like when people come in. So I love to go there. My biggest thing I do is I like to go to parks in the summer. So I try to always explore different ones. My favorite park is probably Corbett's Glen in Penfield.
That's a good park.
There
are leeches in some of those ponds, though. Did you know that?
I did not know that. I'm not going to go in those ponds.
Yeah, be careful.
Have you got a leech?
Whenever there's any still water, just be careful. Running water, you're good, because leeches don't like that. But like still water, you never know.
How do leeches not like that? They're like, ugh, the running water is going over my gills. I'm getting the hell out of here.
I don't know. I honestly can't tell you that. But
somebody's gonna hate me saying that like leeches have gills, because I have no clue they have gills.
I don't think they have gills.
I don't think they have gills either,
somebody tweet at Kevin and be like, tell him how wrong he is and tell him how they breathe.
Yeah, tell me I'm an idiot.
And then favorite restaurant, I get asked that a lot, and I'm not a big.
All right, let me specify then.
Okay.
I am huge into breakfast food.
Okay.
So favorite breakfast food place, any type. Like you could go, kind of like a quick breakfast food, or like eggs and omelet or something like that. Your choice.
I recently got a breakfast garbage plate.
Where? Please tell me.
Desiato's Subs. It's right on East Henrietta Road, across from the Rochester Sports Garden.
We're going there after this.
Well, I mean, they serve it at breakfast time, so they're not serving plates right now.
Damn. Did you know that I'm sorry. Go ahead. Never mind.
What about Tim Hortons?
Tim Hortons stops serving breakfast after 5 p.m. That's ridiculous. McDonald's is all day. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tim Hortons should be all day.
I know.
It's a
Tim Hortons
coffee
sponsor
and bake
us.
shop.
Tim Hortons sucks unless they sponsor us. Then they're great.
Yeah. We'll love you so much if you sponsor us, but if you don't sponsor us, you suck.
All right, so anyway, tell me more about this garbage plate.
Garbage plate in general, or the breakfast garbage plate?
The garbage plate, obviously. I love breakfast food. Like, what's on it?
Oh, I don't remember. But it had
God
like
damn it, Hope.
eggs, home fries,
Hash
boss
browns?
sauce,
Sausage, bacon.
All the above, probably.
Oh, lit. All right,
it was good.
So where did you say it was at?
Desiato's
Subs.
Or Desiato's Deli and Subs, whatever.
Delis and Subs. Wow, I would not expect
DESIATO.
to get a... No, when do they stop serving breakfast?
I think 11 a.m.
Okay, reasonable time. I'm going to be going there soon.
Yeah. Shout out to Mark and Dave Desiato. Running the place.
Yeah.
Do you know them personally?
I do.
Oh, lit. If you watch the podcast, we love you. Sponsor us. So you talked about going on an internship in the summer, which leads me to this question. Where do you want to go? Like, where do you want to travel? Where do you want to bring Rock the City? What city do you want to rock?
There's a couple.
I'm so funny.
There's a couple internships that I have been looking into. One being with Entertainment Cruises. It's a dining cruise out of DC, so I wouldn't really be going anywhere new. There's that one. There's one in Toronto, and then not that Toronto's not abroad, but like leaving this hemisphere. I really want to go to South Africa. I think there's one. It's at the Nelson Mandela University. I believe it's in Johannesburg, South Africa. Sounds
Culture,
bomb.
baby. It's funny that you say Toronto. I was like, Toronto. I love Toronto and hate Toronto because of what happened, which is a total story for another time. You already know. I mean, obviously Nick knows because he was there. But me and Hope were talking about going to Carnival in Toronto in August. And Nick, you're going.
Thanks for the invite, assholes.
He literally texted you yesterday and asked you about it, Nick.
And no, that's not even what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that me, Hope, plan that we're going, and I said that I'm gonna pay for Nick to go for his birthday. So now fuck you, you're gonna have to pay for yourself. That's what you get for speaking too quick. But I was like, Nick, oh no, remember Nick, we talked about this, and I was like, we're gonna go, and you just said yeah, like you were like, yeah, I'm gonna go, and I was like, I'm glad that you don't know anything about it. Like, you're gonna get such a culture shock when you go.
It's Carnival.
Do you not remember that? Yeah,
I remember that. It sounded like it was almost like New Orleans.
Yeah.
But in Toronto.
No, it's like New Orleans. It's like a Caribbean New Orleans, like Mardi Gras. It's like a Caribbean Mardi Gras in Toronto.
But like,
is it Mardi Gras
probably better?
Like kind of Caribbean?
No, it's not.
I thought it was like Caribbean and French or something like that.
No, I think it's French, and it's more.
Well, I'm sure it's Creole related.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, no, Caribbean is totally different. Carnival came out of like Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago, kind of, that area. That's where like really got popular. So it's more of like the actual Caribbean, not like, I'm going to.
Do you think Maccabee will be there?
Who?
He's like one of my favorite Caribbean singers.
Wait, what song?
He plays a song called Bob.
Maccabee?
Macca and then a capital B.
I've never heard of him.
No, I've never heard of him, and I listened to a fair amount of.
It's a tribute to Bob Marley, who's OG.
Right. I guess, yeah. I don't know. I've never heard of that. But this.
I mean, to be fair, like he's a Caribbean singer, but it's kind of like he uses a reggae, beat for this song because it's a tribute to Bob Marley, who's a big reggae singer. So that's maybe why.
I think, Carnival is like more soca and reggae than it is like the traditional Bob Marley stuff. It's more like the dance hall kind of like party vibes. Like
the Darudu Sandstorm.
Shh, I hate you. You are not coming to Toronto with us anymore.
It is not anything. No.
That just shows you the amount of culture Nick Clark has. We were talking about this yesterday. We were like, you're going to get such a culture shock when you go. And I'm going to buy you a ticket and everything. You don't have to worry. It's for your birthday.
Kevin said I was going to get such a culture shock when I went with him to New York City.
And wait, and you didn't?
I mean, I did, but I don't think as big as you
did.
expected.
No, but this is different.
Yeah, this is different.
He was like, this is going to be such a huge culture shock.
No, that's also because I had so many things and places that I wanted to go, but we end up not going. We just stayed with my friend.
Right, yeah.
And
true.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so everything that I wanted to do, we didn't get to do. And I'm like, that will be something that you had never been exposed to. Those kind of parties, like that atmosphere, like there's nothing like that in Rochester. So that is what I meant.
Gotcha, bud.
Oh, gosh, I hate you. I'm not paying for you anymore.
I feel like we should do a quiz with Nick with common words that are in like soca and reggae songs.
Yeah.
Like gal. Do you know what gal is?
It means a woman. No, I'm just kidding. Because I thought of girl. No, it's just a joke. Like gal. Like you're my gal. But obviously that's
Gyal.
What?
That's
spelled Gyal.
Oh, isn't that like a jelly you put on lamb? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to think of really obscure things.
He has no clue.
I have no idea.
You had it right the first time. It was a girl.
Yeah,
I was right.
Wine and Koch. I think that would be hysterical. Pre-carnival.
Yeah.
quiz.
We will do that. We'll get it on the podcast, a free carnival quiz, because you'll be so oblivious. You still. Oh, remember, this is what I was talking about with Huey, and me and Huey were like, we're gonna go to carnival, and he was like, oh yeah, I'll pay for the whole thing. Do you remember that? That's where we were gonna go, but Huey ended up not following through. Actually, and also I left, so like we couldn't really go, but I'm going this time, August 2nd to the 6th, right?
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
it's like right in the beginning of August. It's gonna be great. I have such a good time. Speaking of going somewhere, where else do you want to go? Well, where do you want to go? Like, what's your tourist destination for 2018 spring break?
2018
Loaded
spring
question.
break will be Rochester, New York.
Yeah, yeah, you're going back. And I mean, to be honest, it might be for me because we have the March event that we're doing. But after that, I'll probably dip and go somewhere.
I would love to go somewhere on spring break. I think that'd be fun.
Where, Nick?
You're gonna come to DC and visit me.
You're gonna be in Rochester.
My spring break is in March. It's different than. It's not the same schedule.
I'm gonna go to Costa Rica. No, I'm just kidding. But it would be great. Or like Florida. Go to one of those huge parties.
Go to Las Vegas
smashed.
with the travel club.
Ew, I don't like the travel club. Who's the travel club?
What? Are you kidding me? I was the president of the travel club.
Definitely don't like the travel club.
Not anymore. We talk about going somewhere on spring break? No. I think I had a plan to go somewhere for spring break for your birthday. Every day I change my mind what I want to do for your birthday. His birthday's in May 29th. So anybody listening.
Yet everything that he's planned has not been in or around May. One's in August, the other's in March.
Yeah, because because I already know what I'm going to do for you for your birthday, but I also know we'll just be leaving school. We'll be graduating. So, I don't know. But on spring break, I'm thinking of either going to London to see my friend, or I'm going to, I don't know, actually. The Caribbean, maybe. Nick, don't you dare. Nick is being a badass right now. We have a Christmas dinner we're all going to after this.
And he's eating the mac
and cheese.
Right
And
now.
Oh, wow. He literally just dug a fork into that mac and cheese that took me an hour to make and ruined it. What kind of friend are you?
It was so good.
Well, I mean, now all the women know that I make bomb mac and cheese, so hit me up if you want to date me. Beat me, reach me if you want to tweet me, I guess.
No, that's not how the lyrics go.
Go back to Tinder.
Yeah, my life sucks. I'm going back to Tinder. Spring break.
Spring break. I've always wanted to go somewhere on spring break, but I've never really had the time or the money. I think financially is the biggest reason. Like, I try to save, especially as I'm trying to transfer. But also because, like, I feel like a lot of my friends who go on spring break trips are, like, they go with, like, their sports team or their sorority or their fraternity. And because MCC doesn't really have a lot of those opportunities, like, you know, I have not done that.
Hashtag travel club. Last year I went to Mexico and Cuba. The year
What did you
before I
guys
went
do
to
in
Mexico.
Mexico and Cuba?
Well, we went on a cruise.
Oh, were you allowed to consume
No.
beverages?
Because it's a school affiliated trip, so.
Oh, no.
But
That's the worst.
we went with the MCC Travel Club.
Right, but if
I've
you
been
go...
to Jamaica, the Grand Cayman Islands, the Bahamas.
Was it free?
Well, you had to raise money.
goddamn.
Is anything free?
Yes. Air is free. Roasted.
How did you like the Bahamas? Because I've been there and I loved it.
Well, it wasn't technically... Like, it was an island in the Bahamas, but it wasn't
What
like
island?
Nassau.
Oh, no, it wasn't Nassau?
It was a private island that the cruise line owned.
Oh. What cruise line? Carnival?
MSC, but almost every cruise line owns their own separate island because if they own an island, they don't have to pay port fees. Yeah.
Port fees and all that stuff. Yeah, I've been on so many Carnival cruises. I think I'm like a diamond member now.
Wow.
Yeah. I have like upward of like 50 days on Carnival cruises. But I haven't gone on a cruise in like 7 years, honestly.
You know, I've always wanted to go on a cruise. That'd be a great birthday present.
That'd be
We
a
could
great
go to
summer
on
trip.
a cruise. I wanted to go to Bermuda, but I don't think that they are. Well, they had stopped because of the hurricane that happened in Bermuda, they had stopped sending cruise ships there. I don't know if they started back though, because the hurricane was quite a while ago. But I don't know if a country can really recover or a place.
Right. I mean, even Puerto Rico is still dealing with the aftermath.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword. It's really difficult because these islands depend on tourism dollars.
Yeah.
So they need to rebuild so that tourists can get back in there and spend money, but they don't have the money because tourists can't come.
Yeah.
So it's a really difficult situation.
Right. Where's the best place you've been with tourism club?
Most exotic, obviously, I would say is Cuba.
You guys went to Cuba?
Yeah, I went to Cuba this year.
Oh, I was about to say before we lifted the embargo. Like,
yeah, I'm
that would have been crazy.
Just a badass.
Hell yeah, that would have been news headlines.
Did you bring back any illegal Cuban cigars?
I mean,
they're actually legal now.
I would say they weren't illegal.
Whatever.
That's crazy. The most exotic place I've probably been to, I would say maybe is, I don't even know actually, St. Kitts.
Where the hell is that?
In the Caribbean?
Yeah, in the Caribbean. I don't want to tell you exactly because everybody in this room knows that I am the worst at geography. So I can't tell you exactly. But I went on a cruise. It was like to Nassau, then St. Kitts, St. Martin, St. Lucia.
Yeah, that'd be Eastern Caribbean.
Yeah. And then I went to Ocho Rios in Jamaica, and that was really good. I love that place. I love Jamaica. Everybody tried to sell me weed there.
Jamaica's
I was
cool.
like 15.
I went horseback riding.
Yeah.
I went horseback riding in the ocean in Jamaica.
You know the craziest place I've been?
Rochester, New York.
Toronto.
Yo.
I do not travel.
Should we say what happened on the Toronto's trip?
I feel like you've hyped it up enough that you should just.
I should just
give
say
a
it.
brief
Let me
overview.
just give my little quick. My family doesn't travel at all. I've been through a number of states, but literally the only other country I've ever been to is Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Ever. So, go fund me on some trips, guys.
Right, we're gonna create a Patreon just for Nick. So anytime you want to go somewhere, just say, "Hey guys, like I want to go here, fund it," and then like you'll have all your fans to fund it. Do you not know what happened when we went to Toronto?
I know, but your listeners don't.
Yeah, they probably don't. So we went to Toronto. It was 6 of us. In September for my birthday and then my friend's birthday, John, who's probably listening to the podcast. Hi, John.
Shout out to Daryl, the bartender.
Oh, yeah, the bartender at the Holiday Inn. This is not an endorsement for Holiday Inn, but hey, guys, we're giving you a good review, so send us on another trip to Toronto. Well, you probably won't after you hear this story. But we went to Toronto. We stayed at the Holiday Inn. We went to a bar. We were in an area that was like the gay village. And so we were bar hopping around there, and we had got to this final place called the Garage, and one of our friends was drunk, and he was just like basically gonna pass out.
Why was he drunk again?
He he was drunk because he slammed a bottle of Jack in the hotel before we started bar crawling, and then he had more alcohol as we were like going around. So we were sitting outside of the Garage, and everybody wants to go in, Nick included, and he didn't want to go in. So I was like, you know what? Like, I'll walk you to this alley because he had said he had to throw up. So I get up and I walk him to this alley. He starts throwing up in this alley, and I'm sitting there on my phone, and I didn't drink as much because we went to the Garage. The Garage was the first place that we went to, and I had like a beer. I was like, I'm gonna have a beer everywhere we go. But like the lady in the Garage like threw me off. Like she threatened me, and I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm not going back. Yeah, she was like, she's gonna stick her stiletto in my neck.
The drag queen.
Yeah, the drag queen was like, she's gonna stick her stiletto in my neck because I made a joke, and I was like, I kept joking, but I was like, all right. Like being serious, we need to get out of here because like if she is gonna come fight me, I'm gonna fight her ass. Like I don't give a fuck, which is foreshadowing. So we get to the alley. He starts throwing up. I'm on my phone and I overhear this guy like shaking this girl, and like he's like, "What the fuck? You're so fucking stupid." And I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" So I walk out from behind the car that's in the alley, and this guy like has his hands around this girl's neck. and just choking her. So I run up to him. I'm like, yo, get your fucking hands off of her. And he's like, no, it's not like that. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not like that? I'm watching you choke this fucking girl. Like, are you crazy? And so it spiraled out of control. Like, I pushed him across the floor. Like, he fell. Like,
across the street.
Across it. I felt like Captain America when I pushed him, because he was shorter than me. I'm 6'3". He was probably like 5'6". Yeah, like 5'6", 5'7". And when I pushed him, like, he flew across the street. Like, I was on the left side and he went all the way to the right. And I was just like, whoa, like, it's crazy.
So while all this is going down, me and the other three of us, or the other three? Maybe it was only 5 people.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, only 5. So me and the other 2 of
3,
all 3 of us, we went into the bar, and we were sitting down and getting drinks while they went to throw up. And we're sitting there ordering, and all of a sudden we just see Kevin and this dude fly across the street outside. So obviously, like, I get up and run out, and Carmine follows me, who is one of our friends, and then, like, our other friends, they're like so stunned they don't even know what happened. It was 6
because John. It's you, Priscilla, John, and Carmine.
You're right. So 6. So the 2 of them just like chill, like they don't even know what to do. Like, they tell the bartender, like, you should probably do something. And then they come out eventually. But me and Carmine are out there quick. I send her to go help our vomiting friend, who's still there, like, throwing up. Like, let's not forget about him. Like, he needs to be taken care of.
The poor soul of the story.
Right. I send her over, take care of him, and I, assist Kevin with the situation. And Kevin can finish the story.
Yeah, it was just like I pushed him because when the whole thing started, I was like, get your hands off of her. And he was like refusing. And I was like, miss, you deserve better than this. Why are you letting this fucking dude choke you? Like let him go. And dude, you gotta, like, get off of her. Like, you're fucking, everything and anything was going through my mind to make sure to split them up. And so he had mushed me in my face. And I'm from Brooklyn. As soon as you put your hand in my face, like, you want to fight. So I just dropped my shit and I just, like, started to square up with him because I was like, you're not gonna fucking mush me. And so he finally gets apart from her. I finally pry them apart, and then I push him across the street, and I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna fuck you up because the girl's not near you. I can beat your ass. But she runs back to him and she's like, no, don't hurt him. I'm like, miss, you deserve better than this. Get off of him. This doesn't make sense. Like, stay away from him. He's choking you. Like, how do I get you to understand that this dude's choking you? And she's like, no, don't hurt him. And so he starts calling me a bitch. And Nick comes over and he grabs me, is like backing me up. And then the dude and the girl just hop into a car and they pull off. It was crazy.
I remember a tad differently than that. And the tad difference I remember is we separate them, and then Kevin's like, yo, I'm about to fuck this dude up. So I let the girl go to grab Kevin because Kevin's about to deck this man in the middle of a foreign country. And I'm like, let's not do that. Yeah. And as soon as I let go of her, she sprinted right back to him, and they jumped in the cab and got away.
Yeah, I mean, all I remember was that, like, they were separate, and then, like, I don't even know what was going through my head. I can't even remember saying that I was gonna hit him. I guess it's just blind rage, like knowing that a guy put his hand on a girl, like blind rage. And then they were back together, and I was like, what the fuck? How are they back together? And then it just disappeared, and I was just, that's crazy.
And they disappeared quick. Like, we were yelling like, hey, don't let them get away, and everyone was just like, oh, yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah, I love Toronto, but like, one thing I did have a problem with was the cops. They didn't respond for like 20 minutes.
Well, I got half an hour. But I have a question. Now that we've told you our craziest story in another country, Hope, what's your craziest travel story?
When I almost died cliff diving in Mexico.
Please elaborate on that story.
She said it so nonchalantly.
I almost died.
It's like the most badass thing that I can say I've done. So, yeah. So, we went to an all-inclusive in Cancun, and we went to...
one of the best places I've ever been.
Cancun?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to marry there. I love it so much.
I thought you were going to say you were going to marry Cancun. I was like, oh, good for you.
I'll do that, too.
We went off-site to this outdoor park, I guess that would be the best way to describe it. So you could go ATVing there. We went ziplining. And then the last spot at this park was to a water pool, and it was very Instagram worthy. Like, looks like when those people take these cool GoPro videos. So we went, and there's a couple different heights that you could do. So there was one where you could just jump into the water at like the basic level. There was a second one where you could zip line into the water. Those were at the same height. So I zip lined in, and I was fine. And then my 60-something-year-old professor goes up to the high jump, which is literally like 3 stories high, this mountain that you jump from into this pool of water. So she jumps and she's fine. I'm like, I can do that. Like, she didn't die. Mm-hmm. So I hike up this mountain to jump into the water. And the girl ahead of me, her name was Stephanie, and she was like letting everyone go ahead of her. She was one of the first people up there. And I go, Stephanie, if I go ahead of you, I was like, you're never going to jump. So I'm like, you just got to do it. I was like, just remember to keep your legs together, like a pencil dive, and jump in. You're going to be fine. So she jumps in. Then I go to jump in, and I didn't realize how hard it would be to control your body when you're falling from such a height. So I couldn't keep my legs together for the pencil dive. I couldn't keep them straight. So I ended up sitting on the pool of water, basically, and smacking. It was like smacking concrete because it was still water. And the girl who jumped ahead of me, who, thank God she did, was actually a lifeguard. So she helped me to get out of the water. Thank God I didn't break any bones, but I was pretty badly bruised. So
that same thing happened to me once.
Damn.
At Camel Mountain in New Jersey, they have this like cliff diving part. It's just a water park, and then if you don't want to jump off, they have a slide that you can like slide down to like 10 feet and jump. 10 feet and then fall into the water, but the cliff is just like 15. And my friends jumped off the cliff, and they were like, Kev, go jump off the cliff. And I was like, nah, I ain't jumping, I'm sliding. And they was like, all right, slide. And like in the like procedure, they tell you to like lay down, well, like slide with your back touching the slide, because as you come off the slide, you'll come off and like your body will just naturally arc to pencil. But I was sat up, so when I was sitting up, my God, I sat up, I went off. As soon as I came off the slide, my whole body, naturally shapes itself to go in with feet first. But now I'm like feet and body first, like torso first. So my whole torso just like slaps the water, and it just wins me. Like I don't know how this happened, but like I must have not had my legs together, because like I just felt like somebody punched me in the nuts. Like I couldn't breathe, and I hit it so hard that all the lifeguards like cringed. And they saw me coming swimming back up. Thank God I was a lifeguard myself, so I swam myself out, and then I just sat there like breathing heavily for like 20 minutes because it hurt so bad.
I think you two need to listen to rules more often.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, like I listened to them. I told the girl I knew what they were, but I just could not control myself.
Damn. Well, that's going to do it for us here at the Procrastination Station. We greatly appreciate everyone listening. And another shout out to Rock the City with Hope. We really appreciate her being here. So thank you very much.
And we'll see you later, guys.